What is going on, everybody, and welcome to the channel. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. That would be epic and that would be amazing, and that would set up the scene for FC26, because I have some stuff coming your way that will benefit everybody when it comes to FC26, including tactics, including some methods as well to get those packs early and to get those big packs. So we'll get some good rewards, some good players at the very start of the game. So now I've got that out of the way, this is the ultimate formation, custom tactics, kind of end game thing that we're looking at the minute. It is the most used, the most go-to formation this FC25. In FC24, if you guys remember, it was the 4-3-2-1. Well, this one is the 4-2-1-3, and it is epic. It is an amazing formation, and everybody is now rocking some insane players. Now, as you can see in front of you, most people chose Van Dijk as a card. I fortunately have managed to pack some really good players as well, in the likes of Beckenbauer. What a great card, and he can play in numerous positions. Ginola, I chose Ginola. I had the 99 Messi, the 99 Palmer, the 99 Griezmann is another great card, the 98 Mendy. It's just an insane end game squad. It's 98 rated. Unfortunately, don't have any more 98 rates in my club, and I don't have, yeah, so this is what we're working with, and I am not complaining at all. Now what you're going to see next is this formation in action in the FUTChamps as well as division rivals. And as always, guys, drop a like if you like this type of content, and stay till the very end, because that is where I'm going to drop the code and exactly how I have this set up. First gameplay clip we're going to see here is FUTChamps, and we're coming up against another 4-2-1-3 user. This time around they have the 99 Ronaldo. A nice bit of skill there from Griezmann. He is a really good card at this point in the game and still usable. And then we got a nice like tap in, if you like, but it was well worked from us quite early on in the game, especially with a FUTChamps game. But the inevitable always happens, and you'll always concede. I've not found a formation yet that you can't concede. But again here, right from kick-off, we put Mbappe in, and he gets us a nice goal to go 2-1 up in our first FUTChamps game. And then from here, we go on and get the win. But Beckenbauer, I can't stress enough, he's really cheap. But what a card! He can play in two different positions, centre-back and CM, so he's well worth having. But just to kind of show that we did win that game. Again, another perfect example of the 4-2-1-3 in this FUTChamps gameplay is you win the ball back in defence. And with with the cards that we have, like the 98 rates, 97 rates, they can just run forever. But it's like little things that make a massive difference. The Cam running into the box late, like there, for example, and getting us a goal. And then the second goal from here comes from like a defensive type of thing, and you go from defence to attack so quickly. And then from here we'll get it through to the striker, who's kind of hovering around. We're waiting for the runners. The left back is the runner in this occasion. He plays it short, we play it across the box, and boom. The third goal to this game I'm going to show you towards the end, because it is a prime example of how we have this set up, so stay tuned for that. Everybody seems to have gone back to this formation. I see a lot of 4-2-2s, 4-4-2s, 4-3-3s, but now over the last week to 10 days, I'm seeing this formation with a vengeance. So this is the perfect time to say, if you're not really too fussed about your rewards anymore, and you really want a gung-ho formation, and a formation that kind of beats most, then this is definitely it. So we have it on aggressive 95, we have it on build-up balanced. There's no point changing it to anything else. Nothing else really works at this point in time, so that is why we're using it on balanced. And of course, the player roles are slightly different to what they were like at the beginning of the game. So when people first found this formation, they was using the fullbacks on defend. We're not doing that anymore. We're using the fullbacks on balanced. Because they are 98 rated, they will get up and down the pitch, and their stamina is not affected. So that will also help with the fact that we have the two wingers on inside forward. So when the two wingers go inside towards the striker to support, you will find that the left back and the right backs are not too far behind. So if you are struggling and you can't find that pass, you can always come backwards. And instead of coming backwards into your own half, you'll find the left back and right back sitting on the halfway line to give you that added support. Now, I'm using Cantona here as a holding roaming player, because I use him to get forward. So as soon as I see Cantona on the ball, a player with that kind of traits, I know I can dribble out of sticky situations and carry the ball forward, knowing that I have a very, very good DM sitting in behind that is holding that position extremely well. So I don't have to worry if if my left back and right back are forward, if Cantona's carrying the ball forward for me, doesn't matter. I know Cafu's going to do an insane job at protecting those two defenders, and then of course the two defenders we just leave alone, let them do what they need to do. The cam we have on Shadow Strikers, we want him as close to the striker as possible. However, you can have him as a classic 10 if you want to, if you want that like slower build up. I want that quick build up, so that's why I do it this way. Advanced forward on the striker. Now again, moving to the left wing and the right wing, depending on how gung-ho and how attacking you want to be, I prefer to have it on balance, because then I can have a passing game. If you have them on attack, they will constantly sit forward and do nothing else other than attack. Now that is great if you can get your left back to switch it to the right wing, or you get your right back to switch to the left wing. That's absolutely fine, especially if you're playing counter-attacking football. So there is numerous ways you can set this up, but what I suggest you do, if you have these set to attack, for example, then you have to kind of compensate that with having your like-minded sided player on defend. So again, just a really good example of this would be switching my left back to full back defend, and then switching my left wing to attack. That's the only issue with this one. It's not really an issue, but that's the only way I would do it. There is the code. Put the code in. I promise you guys, you'll have a lot of fun with this over the next week or so, because obviously we're coming up close to FC26. So let's just mess around. Let's just have a little bit of fun. Let's score lots of goals. Let's outplay our opponent. And yeah, you'll wish you'd used this formation sooner if you haven't. So hit that like button if you like. If subscribe if you haven't already. And yeah, make sure to hit that notification bell so you see when I upload, because you're going to want to stay tuned for the methods I have available for FC26, especially the pack stuff as well. If you're like me, the first week it's just about opening packs, getting all the packs done, all the objectives done before you build a squad, and that way you've got the best possible squad when the game is officially released that you can get. Then you're definitely going to stay tuned for that. So yeah, definitely hit that notification bell, and everybody take care and look after themselves.